What's going on, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to a new video, and this is a very different sort of video that you're seeing from me today. You don't usually see this sort of thing from me. So as you can see in front of me, I have a PlayStation 3 PHAT, one of the first models. This is a G model, a CCHG model. Now, a little bit of background behind this system. I've never really been into PlayStation 3s personally. I had a PlayStation 4, that was alright, but I've never really been into PlayStation 3s. Now, I've had this one for a while now. I can't think how long it's got to be at least 6 months, maybe a year. And I bought it as spares or repairs. I bought it as broken because the Blu-ray drive wasn't working. And I had a look at it. I was the first person to be into this system. See there, I broke the warranty seal to open the system up, so I'm the first person to open this console up, which is good. It's never been yellow light repaired as far as I know, which is awesome. Yeah, the Blu-ray drive didn't work. Now this is the dual laser model one. The G model comes, they shipped them both with the single layer and the dual layer ones in these models. But this one's the better one with the dual layer Blu-ray laser model. And the other day I thought I'd pop it out and see if I could maybe, fix it. So I had the drive apart, cleaned it up, but no luck. The drive was it wasn't spinning the disc, which from research I believe means the laser's gone. Now the lasers on eBay, they tend to go for about £20 ish maybe. I weren't really, prepared to justify that money for this old system because in the UK, I don't know about other countries, but in the UK, these are worth next to nothing. These are worth, you pick these up working with controls and stuff for 20, 30 quid now. These are really not worth anything. But I didn't want to justify that money. So the other day, when I had it all apart, when I was having a look at it, I was scrolling on Facebook Marketplace. Over in the UK is where you can buy different things. I think you have it in America as well. You probably have it all over the country, I'm not sure. But I was having a look at some faulty spares and repairs stuff on Facebook, as I usually do, in the local area. And a PlayStation 3 yellow light def popped up. Now, it was listed for £4, but I messaged the people and asked how much they wanted, and they said £5, which was fair enough. It was a yellow light def system. Now, I didn't know anything about this system I picked up. The system's in the other room. But upon inspection, when I got it back, it was a K model, and luckily it had the dual laser Blu-ray drive in it, and it was just a case of a straight swap. You have to replace the internal boards inside because they're married to the motherboard. It's the same with most newer consoles. So I did that. Drive is absolutely fine now. So for £5 I got that, which was awesome, and a whole another PlayStation. And that other PlayStation does actually power on if you give it enough goes. Cycling it will actually come onto the screen for a few seconds. So it's not actually too bad of a yellow light def. So it will definitely be repairable in the future if need be, or I can just use it for parts for this one. But yeah, so I fixed the Blu-ray drive, which is awesome, and it works perfect. This console is perfect. Like I said, it's never been opened up. It still has the standard hard drive in it, the 40GB, which is what we are doing today. Now, I really do apologise for rambling on a lot, but I just want to give you a bit of background to what's actually going on. So, yeah, I fixed this console up, I set it up, and I realised it was on quite a low firmware version. Yeah, I think it was 4.6 something maybe. It was quite low, and I've never really been into the PlayStation 3 modified scene. I've done the Xbox 360, JTAGs. I've got my own JTAG console. I RGH consoles as well. I enjoy doing that sort of thing as a hobby. I've never really looked into the PlayStation 3, so I did, and I soon became aware that I was able to jailbreak this model. Now, before I carry on, I have done a lot of jailbreaking on this already. I've done a lot of playing around, a lot of testing. So I'm new. I need to learn stuff and all sorts of things. But I've reset this console, refreshed it, reinstalled 4.82 firmware on it, the original firmware, and it's all back to standard now. And this brings me on to this video. I'm going to start a sort of like a little series up on modifying consoles. I want to bring you along with my little journey. You guys can help me out, you know, maybe I could help you out. So yeah, I just wanted to bring you guys along with the journey of modifying this console. So yeah, like I said, I've done some playing around. I know what firmware I want. I know somewhat what I'm doing in the basics and stuff. But today, this video is mainly for a hard drive upgrade. Here we have a 500 gigabyte Western Digital hard drive. Now, I've plugged this into my computer, cleaned it all up, formatted it, checked the status of it, checked the health of it. It's all perfect. It's going to be a fantastic drive in this console. This is the G model, like I mentioned, so it has the 40 gigabyte standard drive in it, which is not enough. You know, I'll get a couple of different custom firmware applications on and some games, but really not enough for what I'm planning to do. So a nice 500 gigabyte will be perfect. I was considering a 1 terabyte, but from what I've already used this console and stuff that I've already done with it and played around with, I don't think a 1 terabyte will be necessary. Maybe in the future, if I use this enough and I get enough stuff installed, then maybe, but 500 gigs I think is going to be absolutely plenty. Is going to be enough storage in that. So I'm going to stop rambling on and I'm going to begin to swap the hard drive out. Now, this isn't a tutorial. You can use it as a tutorial if you want, but this is more like a vlog. I'm just going to bring you along and show you what I do. So I'm going to stop rambling along now and let's pop the old hard drive out. So I'm sure many of you know how to do this, but for those who don't, then you want to grab a very fine-tipped, flat-headed screwdriver. I need to change hands here. So yeah, grab a very fine-tipped flathead screwdriver, and on one of these sides, this side in particular, if you can see, sorry about the lighting, I'm in my actual bedroom today instead of my workroom, my little workroom in the other room, because it's night time and the lighting's better in here. So, but yeah, you can see a little notch, and all I'm going to do is gently lift that cover up, and then that'll come away. Put that aside. And now you can see the hard drive. Now, the first screw we're going to want to undo is this blue one. So we'll undo that. Now, something I've noticed with, because I have had a few PlayStation 3s to, you know, work on before, and I know a bit around the console and know how to change bits and bobs out. Some of these hard drives actually come out differently. But if you'll see, there's a little arrow there, and above the arrow is a little tab, which you can pull up. Now the arrow is facing that way, which means the hard drive pushes into that way. So you're going to want to use this little tab with the opposite force to what this arrow says, and pull the hard drive out and up. There we go. 40 gigabyte Hitachi. This drive still works perfectly. I'm going to keep this drive as, you know, the original, the spare. But yeah, we'll pop this out the caddy now by undoing these. One screw there, one screw there, one screw there, and one screw there. So something to keep in mind before removing this hard drive is the orientation that it is placed into the caddy. I've just undone all the screws and taken them out, as you can see there. So you can see this one, this way here is where the connectors go. So let's attempt to lift this drive out. There we go. So you can see where this flat piece is, there's a bit of a lip to this side, but where this flat piece is where the connectors go. So I've got the two hard drives next to each other. Now you can see that the original one is slightly thicker, so this is one of those thinner ones you can get. It's not going to be a problem at all, but I thought it was kind of cool. That's the new drive all situated and screwed into the caddy. Now time to put it back into the PlayStation. So it's very important to remember, you know, what way the hard drive went in, obviously, but as you can see, that's the new hard drive in. I'm going to pop that blue Phillips head screw in now. I'm going to pop the little cover on, like that. And I'm going to give where we've been working a quick wipe down with some IPA, because it would be Rude not to. So I have the system all plugged in and set up. You can see the old hard drive next to it there, just for safekeeping for now. Let's go ahead and boot it up. Now you'll get this, you'll more than likely get this system storage must be formatted menu here. Just go ahead and format it. I've got my controller here. Some videos to come on this controller and another one very soon as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and click X on yes. Are you sure you want to continue? All the data will be deleted. Yes. And it's going to go ahead and format the new drive. As you can see, the system will reboot and you will be hopefully all good to go. And as you can see, we're back in. Now we'll just confirm that everything's all good by going down to system settings, all the way down to the bottom to system information. And as you can see there, free space, 413 gigabytes out of 465. So the hard drive installation was all successful and we're now ready to go and begin our jailbreak. That was a very simple video, you know, just sort of an introduction into what I'm going to be doing, this little series to this little PlayStation. Stay tuned for the next video where I'll be jailbreaking the system and I'll be putting Rebug on this system, the custom firmware Rebug on it, and yeah, we will go from there and we'll see where this little series takes us. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave me a like, and yeah, I'll see you next time.